Golden Aki here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the first of the 2 weekly campaign challenges for the week of December 16th through the 22nd, which is Infinity and Beyond, which requires you to complete the Infinity mission on Legendary difficulty with the Mythic, Tilt, Tough Luck, and Thunderstorm skulls activated. So here we are setting the mission up, and in addition to the 4 skulls required, I also turned on Catch to get the Prometheans and grenade throwing animations, and Grunt Birthday Party to make it easier to see grunt headshots at distance. So here we are starting the campaign, and of course we have to go through a little setup here with 343 stuff showing up. Always seems to take a while. Alright, we're going to skip the initial cutscene, and when we get control, turn to our left and start running. Running and jumping. Now first up, we're going to see 3 Promethian Knights that'll teleport out as soon as they see us, so that's no big deal.
They must not have
but we'll be picking up a DMR, swapping out the, this AR for DMR, and loading up on DMR and pistol ammo. And go ahead, and when we do that, we're going to go ahead and
one of them's an officer.
Activate that friend or foe tag. There we go. And now we're going to start the first of the Rally Point Alpha skips. Jump up here, jump here, run, jump and run up here, jump and jump, sprint jump across to here, and jump down to here on this log. Okay, and then jump down, and what we've done by doing this is we've bypassed a spawn trigger for the Prometheans in the next area up here, the second area, which consists of crawlers and a knight and a watcher. And most importantly, the 2 crawlers that would spawn right here do not spawn. So now we're going to set up for the rest of the skip. Position ourselves so, jump up here, do a crouch jump to here, crouch jump again. We're kind of crouch jumping up this big old log. Kind of poke our nose through the leaves here. Crouch jump here. Crouch jump up here. Make sure you hold the crouch. Turn around. Jump back down here. Across to here. Up to this little light spot right here. Aim just left of the light. Aim right a little bit. And then jump and bunny hop across. And done right, we should make it. Okay, jump up here. That requires a cross jump, by the way. Sprint jump across to here. Jump down to this log. And slide on down this log. And off we go and running. And what we've done is we've bypassed the spawn trigger for the rest of Rally Point Alpha. So all we got to do is run to the end of Rally Point Alpha. We will not have to encounter or take out any Prometheans.
On the far side of this thicket.
And we've turned anywhere between 12 and 15 minutes of firefight into about 3.5 minutes of running without a shot fired. Run just to the right of that particular dead Marine, and you'll pick up a couple of frag grenades. Don't worry if you miss those. There's a container up here at the end of Rally Point Alpha that has frag grenades in it.
I've got another IFF tag, but as far as I
just
can
keep
tell,
on
we're
running.
into a choke point. This may end up as a dead
Thanks to
end.
No Eyes 10 and Haloman 3000 for finding this. There are a few skips in this particular mission. That's the big one, and there's another one towards the end, and just kind of a minor one coming up here in a little bit. But as is the case in other skips, it's a way to bypass fighting enemies, and especially with Mythic and Tilt on.
Chief, they're friendlies.
Anytime you can avoid fighting an enemy, the better. Alright, now we did have to select that friend or foe tag to continue the mission. We'll go ahead and skip the cutscene here. When we come out of it, okay, the door will open and there will be a crawler across the way on a hill. Take him out. Another crawler on this bent tree. Take him out. Run over to the bent tree. We're going to use that as cover. We've got 2 crawlers here that we want to try to take out. And that one looks like he's going to retreat. Yep. Alright, go ahead and switch over to DMR, ammo up. Now before we take on the Knights, we want to make sure any crawlers that are out there that are advancing are taken out. And that's kind of tough here because you got to keep moving back and forth so you don't get nailed by a Promethian pulse grenade. That's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, taking a look. God, hate those auto sentries. That's the other thing we don't want to do is have an auto sentry up. And the reason for taking the crawlers and auto sentries out is simply that at some point when we go after that Promethian Knight, we're going to be in sprint. And I'll show you here. Like that. We sprint around behind him, spin around, and either back smack or assassinate him. But if you're in sprint and you're straight getting tagged by suppressor fire or fire from the auto sentry, it will throw you off stride and makes taking the Knight out almost impossible. That's why I want to make sure the crawlers would not be advancing up. We've got the same problem here with the second Knight. Got crawlers back there. I don't think they will advance on me, so I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at him. Ooh, he kind of threw a grenade at himself. Let me get the heck out of dodge. When in doubt, run. Give that another try. Live this back smack another day, as I always say. Alright, here we go. Sprint around behind. And what you want to do is go just past what you think is the middle of his back, because you're smacking him with the right hand, if you will, the right arm, your weapon in the right arm. And if you think you're right in the middle of him, then you're actually smacking him a little bit left to center. Okay, so we got this Watcher to deal with. Notice I picked up his auto sentry, or one of the two auto sentries that were lying there when I was doing the back smacking. There we go. Alright, Watcher's down. Now I'm going to swap this pistol out with a light rifle. That's what I'm looking for right now. There we go. And now I got to look for the other light rifle. There we go. To get a full ammo. I want to leave this area with full ammo on my light rifle and my DMR, and it looks like I got that. And now we're going to do another little skip here. We're going to do kind of like a little triple jump. And I didn't make it on the first try here. It drives me nuts when I inadvertently zoom in. Okay, jump up here. That's a crouch jump, turn left and jump. There we go. It takes a little practice, but once you get it, you've avoided battling another Promethian Knight and several crawlers. Okay, on to the next area, which is pre-holdout. I'll explain here in a minute. Right, first up, we want to take this Watcher out. There we go, Watcher is done. Next up, we want to get all these crawlers that are out there. Getting a little bit of help from the Marines. Okay, there's going to be several more crawlers run down here along with the Promethian Knight at some point. There's the Knight. Okay, that guy. Okay, he's taken care of. I believe that other fire is an auto sentry that's fine. That should be going out here momentarily. Okay, now we're going to take the Knight out with a circle melee, like we did with the earlier two Knights. Okay. Run, turn around, back smack, scratch one Knight. Immediately run back to the sandbags because we do have several crawlers out here that we need to take out. Up there, and notice that orange goo there. That's one of the Marines must have taken him out, but there's a binary crawler actually stuck in the tree. Alright, so again, I was getting full ammo on the light rifle. I got full ammo on the DMR. Sometimes a crawler will hang out right there, but he isn't. And I'm running across this broken up tree trunk here to initiate the next checkpoint. You can see that it's been initiated.
Finding an LZ should be our top priority.
But I want to immediately come back here, swap out my light rifle for the railgun. And we want to take these turrets out up here. With one railgun shot and 3 shots from the DMR. So a really nice way to take them out from distance. Okay, railgun shot. And 3 shots with the DMR. Alright, next up we want to take out the 2 watchers that are out there. Alright, let's get that light rifle back. Come down here and get full ammo on my DMR. In this particular run, they were bouncing around all over the place. I probably didn't need to throw up that auto sentry. It was a little help, but not much. What you want to do is you want to start with one of the watchers when the watcher's stationary. Try to pop as many rounds into his head, little head of his as you can, just right above his weapon. That way it doesn't take that many rounds to take him out. Okay, one of them's down. We can get the second one out. Now when they go out of view like that, the quickest way to get them back is just to take a shot at the knight, and he immediately comes back to support the knight, even though he's in poor health, if you will. Nice little tip there. Little thing to remember. Okay, throw up an auto sentry, and now we're going up to the doorway, and what that's going to do is it's going to cause knight number 2 to spawn. Or actually knight number 3, because we already took out knight number 1. And there we go. Okay, now we got to go back and deal with knight number 2, and he usually comes up to support here, so I think we can take him out with circle melee. Again, go just past center and take him with a back smack. Now notice here that before I did anything else, I made sure I had full ammo on my light rifle up here from the light rifles that were dropped, because as soon as I move out of this top area, for some reason those 2 light rifles despawn. I figured that one out. Okay. Got the crawlers. Now I'm going to come down here and get full ammo on my DMR and get ready for holdout. And we call this holdout because we put Cortana's system. She says you've got to hold out or something like that. Okay, what we want to do now is run on down here, right to this little branch in the pathway. Go ahead and assassinate with animation on this knight. It gives you enough time to haul it over here before this knight spawns. Back smack him. Okay, run up to this little log right here, take out at least one of these crawlers, and knight number 3 will spawn. Take him out. Okay. Jump up here. I didn't want to do that. And then haul it back towards the log. Because next up we're going to have a bunch of crawlers appear. We want to take out all but 3. Now, I believe there's probably about 11 total, so take out about 6 and then start looking around to see how many are left. It's always possible that 1 or 2 of them may have gone by the wayside. I've actually seen them suicide at times. Okay, it looks to me like there's about 5 left now. So I'm going to take out 2 more and then take another look. I don't want to expose myself too much because I'll lose my shields. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 4 left. Take 1 more out. Okay, that leaves me with 3. And now we're going to go back down here to this rock and get full DMR ammo. And come back up the middle, because now we're going to position ourselves for spawn killing. Alright, by taking out at least 1 more of these crawlers, I actually took out 2 there. We get a knight to spawn right there. And then we come back over here, and several more crawlers will appear. Now, because I took out 2 crawlers before the knight spawned, I need to take out 2 more for the next thing to occur, which is a watcher spawning down by the sandbags. That's how I look back there. And there we go. Immediately swap over to the light rifle. Now, I did not do a good job here. I was trying to take him out before he spawned all those crawlers, and he spawned about a half a dozen crawlers. Now I got to take all of them out before the next bit. So I'm going to take them out as much as I can from the same position here, where I was taking out the crawlers before. Right about here. they will not come at me for some reason. They'll just all hang around up here. And when I get down to, I believe, 2, the next knight will spawn. Ooh. I must have miscounted. The idea is to get right behind that knight so you don't have to do that. Okay, the last knight's going to spawn right about here. Take him out. And let's clean up that last crawler up here. Okay, when Cortana says she's got it, 3 more crawlers are going to spawn down here. You'll see the waypoint arrow light up. And usually all 3 charge, but for some reason that guy wanted to hang back today, so we'll take him out. Now, that wasn't the cleanest cleanup of holdout that I've ever done, but you get the idea. Okay, we still need some more ammo, so I'm going to go over here. And notice that's very subtle screen freeze and loading done. That reloaded the weapons on the ground in this area, which included the 2 DMRs. So that's another nice little thing to know, that you can do that. That was thanks to RC Master. I saw him do that. Okay, now we're on to the landing zone. And as we do, again, the idea back here at Holdout is to do a lot of spawn killing with those knights. Position yourself so that you can take out enough crawlers or whatever to initiate the spawning of the knight, and then for an easy back smack, position yourself so you get an easy back smack on the knight. That's the idea. My go at it was a little bit rougher than that, but still, I still managed to get through the area without dying. And my whole point is to get through this entire mission without dying. Okay, there's a watcher there we want to take out. But first, before we do anything, we want to get the coveys that come towards the cave mouth. This includes there is a needler grunt out there. Okay, I'm taking needler fire right now. I'm glad I recognize that by the sound of it, because if I just stayed there trying to take that watcher out, the needler would have got me. So you got to be a little bit careful, because when you're scoped in like that, obviously you can't see what's right in front of you. Alright. We want to make sure we get this watcher, because we don't want him around when we have to deal with the knights, because he'll regenerate a knight. And we don't want that to happen. Okay, watcher's down. Now we're going to go down here and take out the Jackal Marksman. Hangs out right there, and we use the auto sentry to keep him busy. And that gives us an easy headshot on him. Now we just want to clean up the rest of the coveys, grunts and shielded jackals that are out here in the landing zone, so we can trigger the next
how quickly the didact has unified
wave, if you will, which will come in on a Phantom. Okay, we'll just kind of hang back here and let the Phantom come in. There it comes. Still going to take a little bit of time for it to drop off what I'm looking for. It's going to drop off 3 grunts on the left here by these pointy rocks that I'm aiming over, where that knight is. That's where they're going to drop out of the Phantom. And then on the other side of the Phantom, there's going to be several shielded jackals out. So let's go ahead and take those grunts out. The shielded jackals come on over to see what's going on, and we go ahead and take them out. Notice that I hit that one jackal in the hands and knocked him back, and that gave me a headshot on him. Okay. I don't know how many more coveys are out there. They have a tendency to hide behind that kind of bent rock formation right in the middle there. And what we want here is to get the knights coming up to the cave mouth, because we're going to take them out with circle melee. And hopefully they all don't come up here at once. I've had as many as 3 up here at the same time, which has made life really difficult. I think I just saw 1 spawn, or 1 teleport, if you will. Yep, see him come up here. Okay, let's see if we can take him out. Run, 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 spin around, back smack, and get back into the cave. There we go. Knight number 1's down. Alright. See if we can get knight number 2 to teleport. Now 2 of those knights are battle wagons with scatter shots. And once we take both of them out, the pelican will appear. And sometimes you don't have to take out the other 2. Here comes another one. Alright, I don't know if I can get him there. Battle wagons have Promethian vision, by the way. Here we go. See if I can get him. Whoa! Got a little too close that time, and he decided to try to melee me. So, when in doubt, run. Alright, let's set up for another try here. Okay, let's see if we can get him this time. There we go. 2 knights down. Okay, apparently that was the those were the 2 battle wagons that I took out. Go ahead and take that auto sentry out. And notice I got through this particular area with substantial ammo left. It's not hard to take the enemies out. It's just the knights are the toughest bit here, and you just gotta watch out for that needler grunt, because sometimes he can sneak up on you and take you out if you're not looking. Okay, let's see if I can do this with both knights. Now, unbeknownst to me, right up there underneath the ramp, what I'm trying to do here is distract the knights and run up underneath the ramp. I didn't realize that grunt was still there, so apparently I did not initiate the end of the rally point, so I'm going back here. And normally what will happen here is that when you're down to 1 or 2 Promethian Knights, you can initiate the end of the of rally point Bravo by just running under that ramp. Okay, so I'm going to have to, looks like I'm going to have to take me out another knight here. Okay, here we go, run, spin around, smack. Okay, knight is down. Where is that knight? Okay. Running. Now, I have no idea where the 4th knight is right now. I really don't. So, again, I'm going to run up here, run under the ramp, and that should initiate the end of the rally point Bravo.
This is Pelican 595.
Yep.
We have the chief
on to rally point Charlie.
Rally point Alpha Sierra Foxtrot.
Now, instead of jumping in a tank and duking it out all the way to infinity, we're going to run a big skip here. I first saw this demonstrated by Sliding Ghost.
Let him have it.
And come up here, jump up on this rock, jump up on this bent piece of wreckage or whatever it is, right up on the razor edge, aim up towards the end of the next area, do a sprint jump across, then down. Be very careful here that you don't slide all the way down to that phantom, because your goose is cooked if you do. Run along here, down into here, a little bit left, down into this opening, just look for the light of the opening, down through here. Okay, up here. Make sure you're not jumping into any cracks in the rocks that you can't get out of, and there we go. We just bypassed the tank battle, and we bypassed the spawn trigger for all the coveys up to close to infinity here. The ship infinity. Those blue beams there are incomplete sniper towers, but we don't have to do any battling here for now. We're just running towards this wraith, and we're going to use that to board infinity and clear out that initial area instead of the tank. It works just as well. In fact, we can strafe back and forth a little bit better with the wraith than with the tank. You know, the tank shots will take out the coveys a little quicker, but the wraith is a lot easier to maneuver. So, okay, right here you want to go to boost because there is a phantom coming in. Okay, and right here we want to boost as well because of that phantom. And he's just dropping off a couple of ghosts behind us. And probably a wraith. But we don't have to worry about that. They're not going to come after us. Just follow this path up here to the left. come right up to this area where we have this kind of rock formation with the burning rock to the right. And we get one free shot on that wraith up there. As soon as we fire, he turns and starts firing at us. Don't worry about the ghost. The ghost is causing minimal damage, if any at all, on the wraith. Because we're pretty well armored thanks to tilt. We got double health thanks to Mythic. Alright, and it's just a matter of putting 3 good shots on the wraith. And actually I'm a pretty terrible shot. But notice how I'm strafing, I take a shot and strafe back to the right. And I'm using this rocky area here as cover. Okay, we're getting close. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage there. I think that was a hit. Yeah, he's starting to smoke. And I do believe that, yep, that's the one that got him. Okay, now let's take out the ghost. Wish I was a better shot with the wraith. There we go. Scratch the ghost. Now sometimes there's another ghost around the corner here. But I think the Marines on the Infinity probably took it out. We don't have to worry about it, but we do have some coveys to deal with, including an elite before we get in there. And I'm hanging back here because what I don't want to have happen is the grunt back there to EMP the wraith and let the elite hijack it. Okay, so I believe we got just about. Yep, there's another grunt here. Okay, so it doesn't hurt to take those guys out at distance. Just got to be a little bit careful there. Okay, on to the Infinity. Now we got a couple of hunters, a couple of elites, some grunts, and shielded jackals, and at least one of those grunts up here has a fuel rod cannon, so we want to make sure we get him. So immediately start firing. Notice I'm using this platform with that mongoose on it as cover. So that's what I meant by strafing back and forth. Not sure where that fuel rod grunt is or whether or not I took him out with the first blast. But notice that when I start putting fire on the hunters, they start backing up. They will back off. One of them decided he's not going to go very far, so I'm focusing on him. Again, using this platform as cover. Okay, one of the hunters is down. It takes about three or four good blasts from the wraith to take out the hunters. Okay, I've driven the other hunter back. Now I want to focus on the elite that's out there. It looks like I did get the fuel rod grunt because he's not firing fuel rods at me. Okay, I think I got his shield that time. My Marine buddy finally decided to jump on the wraith and start hitting him with plasma fire. The plasma turret. It's amazing to me how they wait till the last minute before one of them jumps on. Okay, right now I'm just focusing on that hunter out there. The whatever grunts and or shielded jackals are left are kind of hiding behind that platform out there to the left. Okay, that's it for the hunter. Let's clean up the last of the coveys here. And as soon as the last one's out, Captain Del Rio appears, tells me all about what the heck's going on.
Picked a hell of a time to rejoin us.
And the next up is the Manus battle, both inside and outside.
From the ship's mainframes as we speak.
can we break the connection?
Main point of contact's on the ship's upper hull. The fastest route is through the maintenance causeway. There's a Mantis docked inside
Well,
the door.
Captain Del Rio is not a very pleasant fellow,
You'll need the extra
as
firepower.
we will find out in the Reclaimer mission towards the end. Okay, finally the door's open. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the Mantis. And then immediately run down here and swap out our useless AR for a rocket launcher. And make sure we got full ammo in the rocket launcher. Come on back, and I guess I did switch back to the DMR. And climb on up in the Mantis.
The hatch to the maintenance causeway is jammed. Let's do
We'll have to blast our way out of here, by the way. Alright. The first thing we're going to do is take out all the enemies that we've got out here in this first long corridor. Okay, grunts and shielded jackals. Shielded jackals are way down at the end, but a couple of Promethian Knights will spawn. And one of these grunts here, up close towards us, had a fuel rod. I'm pretty sure I took him out. And even with Mythic and Tilt on, I'm taking damage here. My shields are down. Alright, so gotta be a little bit careful. Here come my shields, and the shields are back from the Mantis. Okay, there goes the next knight. And now we can clean up the shielded jackals and that turret that's way down there. If I haven't already done so. I think I might have gotten him early. Yep. Clean up the rest of the enemies down the long corridor. Alright, we're going to jump out. We're going to come up here. I kind of wish I had a. I wish the chief had a flashlight. Okay, and we got a couple of fuel rod grunts and a turret on this little crosswalk, if you will. And we're going to go ahead and take out the grunts with the DMR.
We can't let the didact
And
get
the
access
turret
to
with
Infinity's
the,
data stores. Let's get topside.
The rocket. I can't believe I kind of twitched that time and I missed the darn turret. That's why I wanted full ammo on that rocket launcher. Okay, we're going to take the turret out down here with a rocket, and then there's two fuel rod grunts we're going to take out with the DMR. Alright, there is a nice little skip that I've seen run by Michael W. Smith where you can bypass all of this next battle to the final elevator, where there's a half a dozen grunts or so, but there's a little bit of risk to it, so I decided to take the safer and longer approach. Go ahead and duke it out with the Mantis. So I'm kind of hanging back here, and I took out that Watcher first so he couldn't respawn Knights that I've taken out. And that Promethian Knight that's charging me lost his shields, that's why he was charging, just like an elite does. Taking these shielded jackals out of distance because they could EMP me and leave me vulnerable there for a couple of seconds. Okay, that knight's down. Now around the corner we got a lot more to do. First off, knight will spawn right there. Take him out. There he goes. He's toast. Right around the corner on the far edge is a turret right there that we want to take out. We don't want any turret fire. And there's another one around here. There, I'm going to take him out. And there should have been a Watcher, I just didn't see him now. What's going to happen is we're going to get a Knight spawn right on top of us. That's what I was looking for when I turned around. There's that Watcher. Go ahead and take the Watcher out so he doesn't respawn that Knight. Okay, launcher's down. And now we want to clean out the shielded jackals and such on that ramp going up. And way in the back there is another turret. It just so happens that it's going to fire right into the platform. Okay, we can take it out with rockets and guns. Now this particular point can be a bit of a choke point, this area right here. I'm trying to be as careful as I can. Okay, I got the knight. But there are a couple of knights that'll spawn back up here that as soon as they start taking a lot of fire, they will teleport back out of harm's way, and they're a little tougher to take out. Also, right around the corner is a fuel rod grunt. Notice I'm backing up here because my shields are down, both on the Mantis and my own shields, and so I'm retreating to get my shields back so they regen before I re-engage.
Infinity TACCOM is reporting additional contacts on the outer
Yeah, okay.
Pick it up, Chief.
Alright, again, my shields are a little flaky, so I'm backing up. I definitely don't want to get too close to those shielded jackals because they will EMP me. See, just like that. Doggone it. Alright, there's that fuel rod grunt. And that's what they do. Shielded jackal EMP and the fuel rod grunt will run around the corner and nail you with fuel rods. I just got a little lucky there. Be very careful when we get up in this area. That fuel rod grunt again, and I think I actually got him this time. Maybe with a rocket. You notice that fuel rod going off into the distance? I think he fired it as he was dying. Got it. Alright, just back off. Make sure get our health back. Come on, health. Knights are a pain in the butt. Like I said, every time they get to a point where you think you got them, they teleport out. Now when their shields drop, they will charge. Okay, here we go. I might want to have another one hanging around here behind the corner. Not sure. Alright, I just noticed the shielded jackals off in the distance there. Okay, I got them both. Thank you. Nope. Well, actually two more just appeared right there. I gotta deal with.
Infinity TACCOM is reporting additional contacts on the outer deck. Pick it up, Chief.
Alright, there's one of them. Now the other one's kind of hiding around the corner here, I do believe. Where are you? There he is. Okay, there we go. Now on the other side of this little area here, well, there's first off we got to take out that turret right there. And there's a couple of shielded jackals and a couple of grunts, one of which has a fuel rod that we got to be very careful about. You want to take them out of distance so that we can dodge the fuel rod fire by strafing. Definitely don't want the shielded jackals to EMP us. Way down there at the end is a turret we need to take out. I think I got them all here. Okay. Now, as soon as the elevator doors open, there's 6 half-awake grunts that we can take out easily with the guns. Alright, that takes care of them, and off we go back to the outside. Now, I'm not really sure how healthy my Mantis is here. So when we get just to the outside, I'm going to jump out and run off to the left and grab another one. And that plays into my strategy for the the outside area anyway, which is another form of holdout. We have to hold out with the Mantis.
We're on it, Commander. Cortana out.
Okay, here we go. As soon as we get out, right out about here, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of this Mantis and run off to the left. 2 Phantoms have just dropped off some coveys that we have to deal with. And what we want to do is we want to take out the coveys that are already out here before we go after the jammers. Because once we go after the jammers, that initiates a lot more coveys coming in. So just go ahead and take out the ones that are already here. Being very careful not to hit the jammers, just to inadvertently destroy the jammers. Alright, and also note that the grunts on the outside do have fuel rod cannons, so we have to be very careful of the grunts. I'm trying to take these guys out of distance. Combination of rockets and gunfire, but not firing directly at the jammers. Okay. Hopefully there's a up there. Alright, that elite kind of ran through the barricades after that point. Therefore the grenade. And there goes the elite, and there's a fuel rod grunt that we want to get. Yep, there's another elite. Okay, I think I got them all at this point. Alright, lining up for a shot with rockets on that far jammer. That one's out.
First jammer disabled.
The second one's gone.
That's 2.
And here goes the third one. And notice how quickly I was able to take them out by the way I was positioned. And then we're going to use this gun emplacement right here. The one on the right as you come out. I'm going to use this as cover. Now a whole bunch of Phantoms are going to come in dropping off coveys, wave after wave of them. First thing we want to try to do with the Phantoms is take out their main guns to minimize fire on the Mantis from the Phantoms. And then as the coveys drop out, especially in this area right here, try to take them out. And we're continually moving from left to right, or facing, you know, away from the didactic towards the didactic, because this is how they'll come in. And there is a Mantis up here on the right, actually up on my left, up ahead of me. That if worst comes to worst and things get really tough and it really starts smoking and flaming, the Mantis that we're in starts smoking and flaming, we can jump out, haul it up, and grab that fresh Mantis. Now, in this particular run, I didn't have to do that.
The didact's not letting go.
But I have done that in the past. So it's just a matter of just taking out all the coveys. That's why they call this another holdout area. Well, here comes another Phantom coming in. I'll take out his main cannon.
A few more minutes.
Whoa, fuel rod grunt. Got lucky there. He's firing like crazy. Took him out. Okay. Got a little help from the guns there. He took out that Phantom. Notice how I'm bouncing back and forth here. Here comes another Phantom coming in. Got a little more help from the guns. The Infinity guns. Actually an elite, I believe, with a storm rifle. Put the fire on. Oh! That was either an EMP or a fuel rod. I think it was an EMP. You notice how I continue to bounce back and forth from the front to the back and to the front again. There is a fuel rod grunt. Actually, if they're firing at you from distance, ooh, man, I can't remember what that was. When they're firing at you from distance, it's easy to strafe and dodge the fuel rod bolts that are coming at you. Oh, that, okay. That was from the Phantom. Alright. Try to keep as much cover as possible. Step out, fire, try to take out a covey, step back to cover. Shields are a little weak. Manus is smoking. I almost jumped out at this point, but I noticed that there were a lot of coveys out there, so I decided I couldn't do that. And I am getting help from the guns. But sometimes you don't.
Still seeing targets. Finish them off.
Okay, we're getting close to the end here when Cortana says finish them off. One way across there. There must be an elite coming at me. Okay, pop the shields, took him out. Not really sure what I got left here. Oh, okay. Got one behind me. Again, that's an elite. I saw his shields pop.
So it's done.
Okay, when Cortana says that's how it's done, that means we're down to probably one or none left. Captain Del Rio comes back on and tells us that we've got to initiate the Mac cannon manually. So I've got a smoky Manus, so I'm going to jump into this one, which has got full health. And what I'm doing now is I'm looking around for Banshees. Every once in a while, a Banshee will be just kind of hanging around, and as soon as you jump out to go, activate the Mac cannon, it'll swoop in and nail you. So that's what I was looking for. Notice I did take out that one grunt. There was one enemy left. I activate the Mac cannon and immediately jump back into the Manus just in case there is a Banshee hanging around. There wasn't this particular run, but I've had it happen to me before. I'm taking fire. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, there goes the Didact. Doing a little Manus teabagging there, a little dance, because that is the end of the mission. Okay, that's it. That's how we can get the weekly challenge. I'm going to go ahead and skip the cutscene here. Well, I hope this helps you in your quest for the Infinity and Beyond weekly campaign challenge for the week of December 16th to the 22nd. This is Old and Achy signing off. Take care, everybody.